Intercontinental Exchange, incorporated as a U.S. network of exchanges and clearing houses for financial and commodity markets. ICE owns and operates 23 regulated exchanges and marketplaces. ICE futures exchanges in the U.S., Canada and Europe, Liffe futures exchanges in the U.S. and Europe, New York Stock Exchange, Euronext group of stock exchanges, equity options exchanges, OTC energy, credit and equity markets. ICE also owns and operates 5 central clearing houses: ICE Clear Europe, ICE Clear U.S., ICE Clear Canada, ICE Clear Credit, and the Clearing Corporation. Headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia, ICE has offices in New York, London, Chicago, Houston, Winnipeg, Amsterdam, Calgary, Washington, D.C., San Francisco and Singapore. History: Jeffrey C. Sprecher, founder, chairman, and chief executive officer, was a power plant developer who spotted a need for a seamless market in the natural gas used to power generators. In the late 1990s, Sprecher, ICE's founder, chairman, and chief executive officer, acquired Continental Power Exchange, Incorporated, with the objective of developing an internet-based platform to provide a more transparent and efficient market structure for OTC energy commodity trading. POPA 2013. In May 2000, ICE was founded by Sprecher and backed by Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, BP, Total, Shell, Deutsche Bank and Société Générale, who represent some of the world's largest energy traders. The new exchange offered the trading community better price transparency, more efficiency, greater liquidity and lower costs than manual trading. While the company's original focus was energy products, acquisitions have expanded its activity into soft commodities, foreign exchange and equity index futures. In a response to U.S. financial crisis in 2008, Sprecher formed ICE U.S. Trust based in New York, now called ICE Clear Credit LLC, to serve as a limited-purpose bank, a clearinghouse for credit default swaps. Sprecher worked closely with the Federal Reserve to serve as its over-the-counter derivatives clearinghouse. U.S. regulators were keen on the kind of clearinghouse for opaque over-the-counter derivatives as a risk management device. In the absence of a central counterparty, which would guarantee payouts should a trading party be unable to do so, there was a high risk of massive market disruption. Reitzman 2008. The principal backers for ICE U.S. Trust were the same financial institutions most affected by the crisis, the top 10 of the world's largest banks. Sprecher's clearinghouse cleared their global credit default swaps in exchange for sharing profits with these banks. Reitzman 2008, Terhune 2010. By September 30, 2008, the Financial Post warned that the $54,000 billion credit derivatives market faced its biggest test in October 2008 as billions of dollars worth of contracts on now defaulted derivatives would be auctioned by the International Swaps and Derivatives Association. In his article in the Financial Post, Reitzman 2008 described ICE as a U.S.-based electronic futures exchange, which raised the stakes on October 30, 2008 in its effort to expand in the $54,000 billion credit derivatives market. Reitzman 2008, by 2010, Intercontinental Exchange had cleared more than $10 trillion in credit default swaps through its subsidiaries, ICE Trust CDS. Terhune 2010, Mergers and Acquisitions. The Intercontinental Exchange has had a policy to grow through the acquisition of other exchanges. A number of these have been successful while others have failed due to concerns by regulators or others that the new company would have created a monopoly situation. The major acquisition and attempted acquisitions have included, International Petroleum Exchange 2001. In June 2001, ICE expanded its business into futures trading by acquiring the London-based International Petroleum Exchange, now ICE Futures Europe, which operated Europe's leading open outcry energy futures exchange. Since 2003, ICE has partnered with the Chicago Climate Exchange to host its electronic marketplaces. In April 2005, the entire ICE portfolio of energy futures became fully electronic and ICE closed International Petroleum Exchange's high-profile and historic trading floor. New York Board of Trade 2005, ICE became a publicly traded company on November 16, 2005, and was added to the Russell 1000 index on June 30, 2006. The company expanded rapidly in 2007, acquiring the New York Board of Trade, and ChemConnect. Chicago Board of Trade unsuccessful bid 2007. In March 2007 ICE made an unsuccessful $9.9 billion bid for the Chicago Board of Trade, which was instead acquired by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Winnipeg Commodity Exchange 2007, Intercontinental Exchange Incorporated, the upstart Atlanta-based energy bourse purchased the privately held 120-year-old Winnipeg Commodity Exchange, known for its canola futures contract, for $40 million. The Winnipeg Commodity Exchange was renamed ICE Futures Canada as of January 1, 2008. In 2004, the Winnipeg Commodity Exchange had closed its open outcry trading floor, becoming the first North American agricultural futures exchange to trade exclusively on an electronic platform by trading via the Chicago Board of Trade's electronic platform, and using clearing services from the Kansas City Board of Trade. Intercontinental Exchange converted Winnipeg Commodity Exchange contracts to the Intercontinental Exchange platform. Intercontinental Exchange maintained an office and small core staff in Winnipeg, Manitoba. The Manitoba Securities Commission oversees its operations. TSX Group's Natural Gas Exchange Partnership 2008. In January 2008, ICE partnered with Canada's TSX Group's Natural Gas Exchange, expanding their offering to clearing and settlement services for physical OTC natural gas contracts. Climate Exchange 2010. In April 2010 ICE acquired Climate Exchange plc for £395 million and European Climate Exchange as part of its purchase. Exchange-traded emissions products were first offered by the European Climate Exchange, which was established in 2005, by listing products on the ICE Futures Europe's trading platform. ICE Futures Europe is the leading market for carbon dioxide emissions. ICE's ECX products comply with the requirements of the European Union Emission Trading Scheme. New York Stock Exchange Euronext 2013. In February 2011, in the wake of an announced merger of New York Stock Exchange Euronext with Deutsche Börse, speculation developed that ICE and Nasdaq could mount a counter-bid of their own for New York Stock Exchange Euronext. ICE was thought to be looking to acquire the American exchange's derivatives business, Nasdaq its cash equities business. As of the time of the speculation, New York Stock Exchange Euronext a Euro unregistered trademark S market value was $9.75 billion. Nasdaq was valued at $5.78 billion, while ICE was valued at $9.45 billion. Late in the month, Nasdaq was reported to be considering asking either ICE or the Chicago Merc to join in what would probably be an $11 a Euro $12 billion counterbid for New York Stock Exchange. On April 1, ICE and Nasdaq made an $11.3 billion offer which was rejected April 10 by New York Stock Exchange. Another week later, ICE and Nasdaq sweetened their offer, including a 17-cent increase per share to $42.67 and a $350 million breakup fee if the deal were to encounter regulatory trouble. The two said the offer was a $2 billion premium over the Deutsche offer and that they had fully committed financing of $3.8 billion from lenders to finance the deal. The Justice Department, also in April, initiated an antitrust review of the proposal, which would have brought nearly all U.S. stock listings under a merged Nasdaq NYSE. In May, saying it became clear that we would not be successful in securing regulatory approval, the Nasdaq and ICE withdrew their bid. The European Commission then blocked the Deutsche merger on February 1, 2012, citing the fact that the merged company would have a near monopoly. In December 2012, ICE announced it would buy New York Stock Exchange Euronext for $8.2 billion, pending regulatory approval. Jeffrey Sprecher will retain his position as chairman and CEO. The boards of directors of both ICE and New York Stock Exchange Euronext approved the acquisition. Operations: ICE provides exchange trading and clearing services in a number of different markets. Its main products include exchange-traded futures and options, agriculture, financials, crude oil and refined, electricity, natural gas liquids, UK natural gas, other. Over-the-counter instruments, crude oil and refined, natural gas, electricity. The company is split into the following subsidiaries: markets, ICE Futures US, ICE Index, ICE Futures Canada, ICE OTC, ICE Futures Europe, one of the world's largest energy futures and options exchanges. Clearing, ICE Clear US, ICE Clear Europe, ICE Clear Canada, ICE Clear Credit. Notes. References. External links from ICE, official Intercontinental Exchange website. Intercontinental Exchange, see also, Timeline, Growth of the Intercontinental Exchange. Reuters December 20, 2012. Retrieved August 4, 2013. Atlanta-based ICE operates 4 regulated futures exchanges, 2 over-the-counter markets and 5 clearing houses globally. Its growth from a small energy exchange since the early 2000s has been influential in the evolution of the derivatives market since then, paralleling the rise of commodities as a mainstream asset class, the consolidation of the exchange industry, the disappearance of the floor trader with the move to all electronic trading platforms and the growth of swaps clearing. Davis, Philip. The Global Oil Scam, 50 times bigger than Madoff. Seeking Alpha A trading organization C. U.S. Commodities Futures Trade Commission http, site CFTC.gov site ASPX. Topic equals trading organizations and implicit equals true and type equals DCM and status equals vacated and custom column display equals TTTTTTTT. Retrieved March 15, 2013. Brendan Biko. I-Open outcry trading at CME Group fading into obscurity. Chicago, Media Reports http, News Medial Northwestern Edu News ASPX. It equals 182,756. Retrieved March 15, 2013. Moorcroft, Greg. NASDAQ and I sweeten the pot for New York Stock Exchange. MarketWatch. Retrieved April 19, 2011 on New York Stock Exchange acquisition. List of futures exchanges.